On the spot news media, we got the latest news. We don't care about the views, we just representing right. Put local news internationally every night. On the spot, wave that Jamaican flag from left to right. Let's get it right, y'all know the type. We ain't dealing with the hype, we make it take flight.
Yeah, man, my viewers and subscribers, what go on. A blessed and wonderful Friday morning to each and every person out there tuning into On The Spot News Media. Now, my peeps, I don't know how we do it over on this side each and every morning. We have to give thanks and praise to the Most High Creator for the preservation of life, because life is indeed the greatest. So in the morning, my peeps, I have a few stories to share with you, the regular members of Chan Public and also members of the diaspora. So please like the video, share the video, watch the entire vlog, so you can get a full understanding and a better appreciation of everything we are going in Jamaica. So now, my peeps, to the name Friday, the day when Mr. Smile upon some of the ones them pocket. So whilst you're traversing out there in these streets, please continuously look out on the corner here, because the old dirty corner boy them always out there are lurks. So take nothing for granted. Now, as you can see on your screen, we are traversing through the streets of the war-torn, crime-riddled, violence-prone Kingston Western Police Division, where it seems as if the knockings and clappings that continuously result in the loss of life of some people is definitely a never-ending story. Life, as we know it in West Kingston, has narrowed down to literal nothing, where life is not respected. Even the dogs right now are outliving some of them as humans. The streets of West Kingston are on a plaything. So the ones them need to understand that these political garrisons are not joke business, and stop take it light and live your life in a careless fashion, where you or your loved ones will find yourself on a block of ice, lay down in our freezer up a madden. Yeah, man. So yesterday, a series of knockings and clappings go on, where they found the body of a man who was abducted from his home Wednesday night. His body was found along Spanish Town Road, right where the old animal hospital used to be, for those who is old enough to understand what On The Spot News Media is speaking about. So that little stretch of land right there at the corner of Collie Smith Drive and Spanish Town Road, that is right where the old animal hospital used to be. So that is where the body was found. The body was identified as this man presently on your screen, Fitzroy Davidson, but called in the streets as Peter, but affectionately called by other personnels in his community as Damage. Now, Damage, from all understanding, a good youth. But guess what now? Damage have a son where create a whole heap of damage out there in these streets. So that is the reason why Damage end up get damaged and lose him 3 points in the Gideon. So the typical can't catch Quaco, catch him shot thing, reach Damage. Now Damage's son, affectionately known as Dino, in the streets. The streets is saying that it a come off knockings and clappings were going last year with a man who end up lose fame life last night, son, but me soon get into that. Now the son we end up lose fame 3 points last year is known as Smart in the streets. Him never so smart, or else him would have still be alive to the day. Now it is said that Damage son, that is the man known as Fitzroy Davidson, where them kidnap and find him over the old animal hospital there. So fame son did involve in the knockings and clappings of Smart. Now it is said that are the reason why program run and get out Fitzroy Davidson. Now coincidentally, the man who lose fame 3 points last night have another son where them call Dino also. So both Fitzroy Davidson and the man that me going talk about have a son where the two of them name Dino. Now it is said that the man will lose him 3 pints last night, affectionately known as Father Kirk. As me say, soon get into Feme thing. Feme's son was involved in the loss of life of Fitzroy Davidson, otherwise known as Damage. So, Damage son, we named Dino too, run back a program pan Father Kirk last night and nyam him food. Now the thing about Danakins and Clappings there, for those who is familiar with the General Kingston Western Police Division, you see right where the Denham Town Police Station is, and you continue up that street up on the side, right at the front. That street is known as Albert Street. So the very first right turn, so you know, say right in front of the Denham Town Police Station back gate, right there, so that you make the turn on that street known as Market Street. So that street runs right behind the Denham Town Primary School too. So a little cook shop just literally a stone throw away from the station back gate. You can stand up at the station back gate and look on the little board cook shop right on the sidewalk to your left. So right in there, so the man them go last night and go shell down the whole place and slap with the natty. Yeah man, may I tell you. The natty is affectionately called Father Kirk, a well-known and prominent figure in the general Denham Town area. Why he's so popular and well-known, it's not because of anything bad that he has done, but over the years, if you need a healthy plate of veggie chunks or veggie stew, right at Father Kirk like a board shop is the place to go. Yeah man. So hence his popularity. Now the sad thing about them two knockings and clappings there, that of Fitzroy Davidson, whose body was found yesterday along Spanish Town Road, and that of Father Kirk, whose body was found slumped over on his knees, literally the man spread out pan his knee. Yeah man, lie down pan him knee. Me no know how that happened, but at that position there, him lose him life in a pan him knee, and basically him head a touch him knee whilst him kneel down there. So one can to the head, so the man them deal with the natty. Yeah man. The thing about them two controversial knockings and clappings there, the two fathers them are two good smaddy, because Damage, that a Fitzroy Davidson, work a cement company, and Father Kirk, you know, are the veggie stew, the veggie chunks man. So are two good, decent, law-abiding citizens, contributing factors to the community. But the two of them have two criminal elements as sons. And the sad thing is the two good youth, them gone down a dirt, lie down a dirty, gone a shut eye country and never to return to the land of the living. And the two criminal elements them still out there a walk up and down alive, and it's because of their doing why these two innocent fathers end up lose for them 3 pints. How unfair is that now, my peeps? I want to listen to the voice of On The Spot News Media, and I want to drop some comments and tell me now if that make any form of sense at all. Two innocent father got lie down a dirty. Them find one Thursday morning, and by Thursday night, the other one end up losing 3 pints. And them two old dirty corner boy son out there still a walk up and down alive. Now the residents of these communities, wanna see how things are head, wanna see the direction where things are head into. The innocent people them end up a lose them 3 pints, and the criminal elements them will make the innocent people them lose them 3 pints still a walk up and down. Morgan Heritage did a song some time ago that stated life is so unfair. Yeah man. And this is definitely a true testament of how unfair life can be. Now we're going to talk about a knockings and clappings that took place recently, where two men were brutally gunned down right at the intersection of Regent Street and that of Beeson Street, right at one little cook shop with them call Razzle Dazzle. Yeah, man. Now, this is the blog that I did exactly 11 days ago that covers fully that knockings and clappings of those two men, where that bloody weekend in the streets of West Kingston, 11 persons get caught up by criminal elements and 4 end up lose them 3 pints, 2 separate double loss of life. Yeah, man. So on your screen is one of the men that lost their life on that grisly Saturday evening. Saturday, January 28th, to be more specific, sometime about 9:20 p.m. at the intersection of Regent Street, Beeson Street, as I stated earlier. So one of the deceased is presently on your screen. He has since been identified as Emilio West, otherwise known as Waggy or Shaka in the streets. The next man in that brutal onslaught who lost his life has since been identified as Anthony Davis, otherwise known as Robin. Now, 4 other persons was injured in that brutal attack on that grisly Saturday evening. One of the persons is presently on your screen. He has since been identified as Rashawn Brown, age 30, of a Beeston Street address in Kingston 14. Him did get caught up in him right hand and foot at that point in time. Whilst he was being treated at the hospital, they found out he got several other all over his body. But one of his foot was severely damaged and doctors had to remove that foot to save his life. He went into a coma for about a week and he woke up and saw that his foot was no longer a part of his body, and it would seems as if it stressed him out to a point where he gave up on life, and sadly he passed a few hours ago. I'm not for sure the personality of that man that ended up lost his life because of injuries received on that day, but On The Spot News Media will definitely be checking him out to find out what type of person Rashawn Brown was. But for now, the streets of West Kingston definitely a move grimy. Now we're going to talk about another burning issue, the real cause of what is going on in West Kingston right now, namely Tivoli and Denham Town War, is because of one, the Tivoli YG, that is the young generation. We all know who those persons are. They are the young family members of Christopher Dodos Cook and that of his brother, what them call Livity or Live Up. Yeah, man. And other young Cook family members, they are at the helm of the Tivoli YG gang. But what many don't know is that a man who was listed on the West Kingston's most wanted list is also at the helm of that ongoing gang war. This is the wanted list that I'm making mention of. This wanted list was placed in our newspaper tabloids on January 29th, 2023. So if you scroll and look at number 5, a man known as O'Neill Stewart, otherwise known as Nero Blacks, is a man that is presently listed as a person of interest by the Kingston Western Police. This man is now the head of the Screamers gang and also the cousin of a reputed gang leader for the said Screamers gang, who is no longer among the land of the living, a man affectionately called Patrick P. Boy. Now this man has assumed the head of that gang, and he is one of the main reasons why the ongoing gang war continues I'm not saying for a long shot that this man is the aggressor, but I'm pretty sure that he sits at the helm of the Screamers gang, which is involved in the ongoing gang feud with the Tivoli YG gangsters. So if you don't get rid of both sides, the war will continue and the intensity will continue. So the police division of Kingston Western as it stands is presently dubbed as one of the most murderous police division, if not the most murderous police division since the start of 2023, because the last statistic that was posted, they were tied in a close second with Montego Bay, St. James. Yeah man, may I tell you. So the Kingston Western Police Division has recorded multiple knockings and clappings after that first stats was placed out. So they are probably sitting at the helm of the most murderous police division right across the length and breadth of Jamaica right now. So residents living in and around the general Kingston Western Police Division, all of it, we're not talking about just Denham Town, we're not talking about just Tivoli, nor Anna Town, we are talking about Jonestown, we are talking about the whole of Jungle, Hornet Gardens, Trenchtown, Rima, yeah man, Maxfield Avenue, Russell Road, come right round, the whole place right now is under severe watch because the violence that is being perpetrated in these political garrisons is definitely unmatched when they decide to raise their ugly heads. So to the political representatives of some of these areas, which is Mark Golding, who is the head of the opposition, the PNP, needs to step in and stamp his ground and to help to alleviate what is going on in his constituents, and also to that of Desmond McKenzie, who is the Minister of Local Government. Denham Town and Tivoli falls under your locality, and you're also the Member of Parliament who was entrusted with the representation of the people. Please play your part and help to alleviate what is taking place in your constituents. Also to the head of the Jamaica Constabulary Force, and also to the head of the Jamaica Defence Force, heads of the Kingston Western Police Division, you need to put more boots on the ground. You need to be more resilient in your efforts to capture these criminal elements one way or the other, walk out or chalk out depending upon which route them decide to go. But you cannot allow the regular members of John Public to continue to be hostages in these communities and living in fear of their lives as the innocent blood continue to wash the streets of West Kingston whilst these criminal elements out there are still alive and well and still taking the lives of others. So me no know, I just hope these few words now fall upon deaf ears and it can actually reach somebody's ears who can make effective change. Well, anyway, my peeps, remember to like, share, subscribe to the channel. Stay tuned to On The Spot News Media as I continue to bring you fresh news and updates in subsequent newscast. On The Spot News Media. Yeah, man.